Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of Misguided Gaming. Hey, this is a new game that I got a little bit ago. It's called Forest Village. Quite an entertaining game. I spent a lot of time on this game. But we're gonna go ahead and start a new world and see where we go here. So with this game, basically what we're doing is we're creating our own village, our own town, starting with just a few small things here, a few people. We got one guy that you see over here is homeless, so we're gonna upgrade this one house and try to get him a home to live in. It's amazing. People think they need to have a place to live. You know, it's funny how that works. So we're gonna go ahead and one of the great things about this game is you can actually go into view of each person in the game just by clicking on them and see what they're doing and get a good view of what's going on. So you see they're bringing over the villagers, they're bringing over the resources there to work on that. We went ahead and I went ahead and put two builders on, even though I needed one, so I'm gonna take one down and go from there. And so we need to let these guys have some place to live, so we're gonna create a farm. That way they can get some food anyway. And just go ahead and click on this. So we found that probably I'm gonna leave a little gap in between the farms here. Change my view here. Let's see. So we've got this one here. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave a little bit of a gap on this so that I can put a path in there. So we're gonna go 9 by 19. So it's as big as we can to where only one person will need to farm that. So we'll put that right there. Let's do another farm. So we're gonna go one more space in between for a path, and we're gonna go 9 by 19, and we'll do a couple farms. We'll do 3 of them. That way we have plenty of food. So these guys can eat. Just like my kids, man. They need to eat. They think they need to eat every day. Yeah. It's expensive. Nah, these guys. So, alright. We're going to go ahead and get this going. Gather some resources here. So this button down here at the bottom is a gather all resources. So we're going to gather all the resources, but you can gather individual resources as you need. If you look up here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with 700 fish, 900 bread, some fruit, no vegetables, which is what we're going to get with our farm here. We also have 10 hides started, and some oats. But let's gather all the resources that is in the vicinity of that farm and thereabout. Get that, and we're going to go ahead and jump our speed up. We'll jump it up to, let's do 10 for right now. We'll go back down here in just a minute, just so that we can get this farm. The house is done, get the farm done. Go from there. So while they're doing that, we're going to go ahead and put in one of the things that you'll notice with this game is that with the farming, you get a nice little increase. I believe it's a 15% increase on your farm by having scarecrows. So we're gonna put some scarecrows in over here. Let them build. So we've got one done. So I'm gonna go ahead and slow this back down so that I can get someone working in this farm. So we got to select what we want to farm. In this case, we are going to farm some potatoes. You can see it's got a 25 to 50% chance for moisture, which isn't too bad. So we're going to hit OK, and we've got to come over and put one person as our farmer and work on it. So there we go. Now we should have one person starting to farm and build that up. That'll be good. I could have done more farms over here, and I'll probably do a few more farms over here in just a little bit. But, you know, trying to figure out how we're going to lay this out and go from there. Coming down this pathway, let's do some pathways so that I can get a good layout. So we're going to do a road. We'll just do dirt pathways. And I'm going to just run this straight up through here for now. So with the roads and with the pathways, what this does is this allows you to your villagers to start moving a little bit quicker. But I want to bring this pathway straight down here. And we're going to, let's see, how far are we going to let it go down? Right to there. And then we're going to go ahead and put a dock. So we need to turn this. Let's see. Let's rotate this. So we rotate it with the R key on this so that it looks good. Let's yeah, we'll put it right there. That looks pretty good, man. I like it. So we got a couple people. Let's take a closer look. Get rid of this here. Boom. Okay, let's take a look. So these guys are building our pathway. Our workers. At least they're not hitting each other. Oh, wait, did I speak too soon? So sometimes you'll find that these guys, there you go. The new game, let's hit each other in the back with a hammer as we're building. Okay, so one thing that you have to have is you got to have heat throughout the winter. Otherwise your guys will die. Your farmers will die. But let's get, before we go there, let's get, let's see here. Let's put this one, we're going to do potatoes again. Just so that we have enough. I want to make sure we have enough. So we got potatoes. Okay, so we need to come over here, open up our guys, and let's put one more farmer. That way we have plenty of food going on. So this next one up here, I think what we'll do is we'll do some flax. That way we can start building some clothing and stuff, and go from there. So one thing, like I said, during the winter we're early spring, year one, but during the winter months, we have to have heat. So that's going to be our next project that we're going to build. Is that we're going to build a place to make lumber for heat. Okay, let's put another farmer and get him going over here. That way we should be good for food for having 3 farms for right now until we increase our population. So we got our road done. We're gonna add some more roads here in just a little bit. Alright, let's back out of here. So we need to build resources right here. Okay, so we need a lumberjack's lodge. So this lumberjack's lodge is what's going to allow for us. I'm going to put it right here. And we'll rotate that so it looks good. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So what that does is that will allow us to go ahead and get lumber and get firewood so that people don't freeze to death during the winter. Otherwise, they would freeze to death during the winter. Okay, we're going to go ahead and close this out. Okay, so our village, we're looking pretty good right now. So far, so good. I like it. I like the way it's turning out. So this is what's kind of fun about this game. So we're going to go ahead and pick Bowen up here and see what he's doing. And we're going to click on him. And here's what's fun. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and take care of this bear. I don't like it here. Whoa. Shoot it. So it's kind of fun because you can practice long range shots. Let's see here. Let's try. Oh, well, let's escape out of that. There we go. What do we got here? Let's try it. Oh, there we go. There's something in the long way. Let's see if we can hit him from here. Nope, doesn't look like it. How about that guy right there? Got him. So what this does is this allows us to get some hide as well. Got him as well. Now let's get this other one. There we go. We're starting to get the hang of this. That rascally little fox. Let's go see if we can hit him. So later on in the game, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get out of here so he can get busy, getting our flax. But later on in the game, we'll put our hunter's lodge in and get a hunter to go out and get more hides for us. So you can see he's picking up the hide. You know, he picked up the hide. He'll take it. He'll go get those other hides that we shot too, and then he'll finish the flax. Not worry about us not getting too much flax. But what we'll do is let's come down here and see where we're at. Okay. What are we doing here? We got enough, but what's our builder doing? Not sure what our builder's doing. Well, what a bunch of lazies. Bunch of lazy people, man. We got supplies in the spot, but no, oh yeah, our builder's over there. Alright, my bad. So those guys went and got all those hides. Here comes our builder. I'm like calling him lazy, and he's over there building a scarecrow. My bad, dude. Sorry. Sorry, Mr. Builder. We'll get this taken care of. So here he comes. We're gonna go ahead and speed this back up. We're gonna speed it back up. We can do, yeah, we'll do 10 again. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put in some more roads. A nice little road system here between the farms. That way we're good on our building. So we'll put that road in here and see if we can get them to start beating each other again. There we go. Nice. So I'm just gonna pull this up here, bring this one down. There we go. Never know which way they're gonna walk through, so we're gonna put that one there. Pull this one straight up through. Nice. You can see our plants are starting to really grow there. That's what happens when they get a little tender loving care. I guess we'll go around that scarecrow instead of through it. Let's bring this path down here and connect it. Now these guys are gonna walk right in between here and whatnot. It happens. So there, we got a pretty nice little system going on here. So we're gonna bring this road up, bring it over, and connect it. There we go. Looking good. Let's finish this off nicely. Yeah. We'll add that one there. Bring one across here. There we go. So this is our let's get rid of our warehouse. So this here is our storage, and this is our warehouse. So our warehouse, we will store supplies in: rock, well, stone, clay, wood, that kind of stuff, or whatnot. Over here is the storehouse, and the storage, our storehouse, will have our food in it. So if we click on it, you can see what it has in it here in the barn. So the barn has 327 firewood, some fish, a little bit of meat, some fruit, bread. We got some high quality tools, and we started with 10 hide. Now we're up to 22 after killing those few animals. So that's a plus. one of the things that I've noticed that I do like about this game, and again, we're just starting this village. Uh, one of one of the things that I've noticed that is when we start getting around that summertime, we want to start harvesting, because come fall, late fall, it makes it tough to get it all in, and if you don't get it all in, then then you lose it. So we're done building right now, except for roads, and our workers can build roads. So we're gonna go ahead and right here, this little button on the field, this is gather immediately. So this is gonna let him start gathering that food right now. And he'll still get the 833. He'll just start gathering now instead of later. As you can see, it's still going up. So it's still producing. We're just starting to gather early instead of wait for it to be all the way done and then gather. So we'll still get that 833. We're just starting to gather a little bit earlier than normal. And as you see, our flax, he's already gathering it, so we're good there. We're gonna be just fine. All right. So one of the things that we want to do is we want to build more. We want to get more villagers to help each other. And as you see, our food's starting to increase. Now we're at 180, and that's from these fields as far as vegetables, where we were at 0. This is what we're going to primarily be living on. And that is the vegetables. So during the winter, you always want to have someone in building firewood. So we're going to go ahead and put at least one in there for right now. I leave at least one in all the time. That way we're getting way ahead, and we're building up for the winter, and we're cruising on up. Okay, so we got a good little start to our village here, and they're not gonna starve to death. They're not gonna die. And as you see, one of our teenagers down here, Miss Kyra, she is ready to work. So now our number went up from 2 up to 3. So we're going to go ahead and chop only trees. So we're just going to collect wood. So down at the bottom here, there's just a button that says collect wood. So the navigation of this game is actually pretty nice. It makes it pretty easy for us to gather the resources we need without having to gather a bunch of extras. So we want to gather some trees, get some lumber in, because we got winter coming up, and we want firewood. We don't want to die. We don't want people. So one of the things we're going to build is we are going to. So the game is kind of advanced in some ways. That if you have a villager that dies from hypothermia, starvation, or whatever, well, they need some place for the body to go, or you need to burn it. Otherwise, you can start getting disease and plague in the village. So we're going to. That's going to be our next build, just in case we have someone that decides to die. You know, because of us, probably what happens. So we are going to we're going to build a priory. That way we can. So you see the circle that covers all the houses in that circle. I'm just going to build it right. Well, let's build it right over here along this farm. That way, if we build any houses anywhere else, it's covered. Let's bring it in, because I'm not going to build houses on that side. We're going to put more fields, so we're just going to make sure it's covered on those fields. So placing stuff can be important on your village, depending on what you want to do. So I'm going to place it right there. Let's go. Did I get it placed? It doesn't look like I did. Let's see. Doesn't look like I did, so let's try it again. So I want to line it right up with the fence so that I can build a path past it. And there we go. So if I can build this path right here, get rid of this, I don't want to build another one. And build this path right up through here. That way I can just continue on out for more, for more stuff in the future. So next to this, we'll put a few other things. Let's go ahead and yeah, let's get a hunting cabin together. You'll notice the hunting cabin is kind of interesting looking. But what it does is let's rotate this. And since we're planning on putting this road up through here anyway in the future, we're going to put it right here. That way it gathers again. You can see from the circle, it'll gather those fields. And we want it to stay out of the fields. If we can get the animals to stay out of the fields when we go to build a coop, it'll keep the chickens and the animals safe inside, because the wild animals actually will kill your farm animals. So we want to make sure that that's taken care of. All right. So we've got enough. We're gathering some resources for the winter. We've got some. We're now up to over 400 and we're up to 440. As you can see, it's starting to set in. It's fall. You can see that it's not the ideal conditions for farming. It's getting kind of cold. So that's why we started. It's an unfavorable season. So when it's unfavorable, they start to slow down the gathering. They're not doing so well in the gathering. It's not as quick, and that's why we started to gather in the summer. So one of the things when it comes back around and it gets summer again, we're going to go ahead and take these two houses here and we're going to upgrade them. We're going to upgrade them so that instead of just having the three people living there, we can have 4. One thing that you'll notice is this 3-year-olds are now teenagers. When my kids were 3, they acted like teenagers. So maybe it was the same for you guys. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and upgrade these during the summer. We do not want to do it during the winter because these guys end up dying of hypothermia, and we don't want to kill off our villagers. I mean, sometimes we like them. They help make the village grow and prosper. All right. So I went ahead and taken these guys out from the farm. They're not farming right now. So that put our workers up to they're unemployed basically, but it put them up to 6. So we're going to employ them. Let's go ahead and put one more building, and we will put 3 of them fishing, and 2 will just be gathering resources because that's what they're good for. We're gathering resources. Well, we'll put one more. Let's put one more until we run out of wood, and then we'll call it good. So we're going to gather some more wood. We don't want to go too far away. If we go too far away, they get cold, they get wussy, and they die because they're wusses. Can't handle a little cold. All right. So that's not much wood, but it'll get us through the winter. It'll keep these houses, keep the smoke coming up, keep the fires going, and that soon we'll build another house and whatnot. You know what? We got that guy. Let's get him building stuff. I forgot. We don't have another builder. There we go. They're all employed now. Woohoo! Doing better than any president. We have a 0 unemployment rate. Way to go. All right. Let's go ahead and see where we're at. We got our fish going up. We're down to 1 meat, but we can't do anything about that until we get our hunting lodge completed, which is why we have that worker. Let's take one guy out of here because we're gonna be ahead. Let's put two builders. Take one guy from the lumberjack yard, and do that. Okay, we're still on 10 as far as speed. We're starting to look good. Starting to look good. We'll let this winter go through winter, and we'll keep going. It's a fun game. I think you guys will like it. Give it a try. It's not that expensive either. It was like $9, so not bad for hours of entertainment. I've put way too much time. I bought this game the week before Christmas. It's now the end of January, and I've done like 90 hours in this game. It's kind of fun. It's entertaining. Soon we'll have this village up to over 100 residents. We'll just kind of build it as we go. You can build all kinds of stuff, from castles, all kinds of stuff. You can terraform the landscape so that you can get it perfect how you want, so you can build in other areas. You can see this. There's a little circle here on the starting part where we're at. One thing that it won't allow me to do is terraform this area right through here. So this is going to be tough to go. That's why I put the farms where they are. Because this ring will actually, there's a ring that will go around right here. And it even, for some reason, it does seem to show still during the terraforming, at least it has in the past. We'll see on this map if it does that, but on other maps when I have this kind of circle part of where we start, it hasn't really been very cooperative as far as letting me build over the circle there. I think that has to do with some of the terraforming features, and that some of them do have you. Well, let's take a look at it. Let's go terraforming right here. So if you look at down here below, there's some circled parts that allow it to raise up, flatten at a certain height, raise or lower the ground. These come in circles, and it makes it time, especially like creating the hill and whatnot. So I always just kind of use this flatten this slope, because it just seems to work a lot better than adding some of the rounded pieces that the others do. And so it's not. I haven't used the creative ramp yet, so there's still some work that could be done, I think, on the terraforming, but overall, it's not that big of a deal. I think it's fine. It will support, and it'll be good. It doesn't do too bad of a job. Okay, so we have two more teenagers that have decided to grow up. That means they've reached the ripe old age of 6. All right, so we are going to give them some more work. So we'll put someone else over in here, and we can't really do anything else other than gather resources with the other ones. So, well, actually, no, that's not true. So let me put them in to hunting, and we can grow that meat, get our meat. So they're out hunting now. There goes an animal down. Let's go ahead and see. See, there's another animal over here dead. So we got three barbarians out doing some hunting. Get them. Build that meat pile up. Get our hides up. Maybe we start building some clothing instead of some of the primitive clothing that these guys have. Oh, there it goes, down. And it's down. Pick it up. So you can still see there's a package left there. Right there, meat. We'll come and get that meat. Bring it in. You should watch our meat go up here once it gets over to the warehouse. And that, there it goes. Going on up. All right. So like I said, not a bad little game. And that keeps it going pretty good. So what we'll do is I am going to, well, we're gonna wait for, we gotta get more wood. Holy cow! So we can't build, we can't upgrade without wood. So we're gonna take 2. Now that we've got most of the animals gone from around here, we're gonna take 2 of the hunters away. Plus we're in early spring. We're gonna take all the fishermen away, and we're gonna take 2 of the lumberjacks away. And now we are going to gather some wood. So we're going to click on gather wood here, and we're just going to, let's gather all this wood. So you just right click or left click and just kind of highlight what you want to gather. So you see here they come running. Wood, we need wood. There you go, after it. Get it, boys. Okay, so now we're back to spring. So we are going to, we got to put our farmers back in, otherwise we're in trouble. Get them going as early as they can in the season to where it's ripe. Back to spring, get them going. So now that puts us down to just a handful of wood gatherers, which is fine. We'll be fine. And we are going to put 1 builder. And we are going to upgrade this one. Now you can see they're homeless. They're homeless. We have a bunch of homeless people running around. Now they're hopefully they'll help build their own house and get the supplies there, so they're not homeless very long. But you know, that would make sense. But Common sense is not very common, even more so in games. Alright, so once this one's done, well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make these guys homeless too, just because we're rude. There we go. We got a lot of homeless people. We got 6 homeless people running around. Okay. It won't take too long. He'll finish it up pretty quick. And as you can see that I did leave one lumberjack. He's building our supplies for our firewood. Get our firewood built and we'll be doing good. Doing good. Okay. Now what you're going to see is up here in the top left where I'm highlighting, we will soon have babies. We've got a little baby making going on in these 2 houses. Yeah. Because we can now have 4 that live in there, so they're going to make some babies. They're going to make some babies. Okay. Well, we can't just create a thriving village with just 3 houses. So we're gonna go ahead and we're just down here is the houses. The hut. Don't use the hut. We don't need it. Yeah, I don't like it. Can't make babies in a hut. It's just a little tiny tent. So you see it. That's all it is. It's a primitive thing. This is for Adam and Eve. And this is what they lived in. So we're not going to build that. We are going to build, since we've got 3 here, we're going to call this our working class area. So we're not going to build a fancier houses yet, which we can do later when we get into the small house, the larger house, and then the hostel. We're going to go ahead and build a shack because this is our working class. So we'll rotate it, line it on up. Beautiful. So let's go on up here and put one up here. Oh no! There was some baby making going on. A baby has been born. Okay. Rotate it. Line it up to where we want it, which we want it right. Lined up right there. Well, come on. Oh, it helps if I hit the right button. Rotate it. And line it up. And this time it should work. Not right click, but left click. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I amaze myself with my own brilliance. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do 2 of them. Let's do 2. Line it up and left click. Hey, look at that. So, we got to tear down this tree. It's in the way. It's in the way. Okay. Looking good. Okay. So we have a baby, we have a teenager, and soon we're going to have more babies. So they're hungry because there's no food available in that house. So they got to run down to the store, to the barn, get some food and run in there. That way they can live. So if you click on the house, you can see that we have Efren and Eleanor. They all moved in. The 5-year-old teenager decided she didn't like living with her parents over here and ran away. Now she's living with Eleanor, only 2 years older, 7, you know, because they make good decisions at that age. Alright, well, that ain't gonna just work if we just leave it like this, because we want to upgrade this before these 2 decide to have babies. So we're gonna upgrade it now. Boom. Booyah. There we go. But we need more wood. So we need to gather some resources. Get some wood. Get some wood. There we go. 500 wood. Let's do it. Alright, we're going to get rid of our builder. We're going to increase this. Let's see. Oh, we're back in summer. Back in summer. We better start gathering. Gather it. See, as I said earlier, you can watch it go back up. 607, 611, 612, 613. Gathered more, drop down, and then it gathers back up. So we do get all of the 833 that it produces. We just have to do so in other ways. So we're getting wood here. So I need to put my builder back on so that he'll start building the upgrading this house. If these two decide to have a baby. If they get a baby before we get it upgraded, we cannot upgrade it because it will kill the baby because the baby can't move. Because heaven forbid that we actually help each other and move the baby with the parents. No, they got to be able to get around on their own. You know, they just lay there screaming, ah, not doing much. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this. How we looking? Oh man, come on. We getting our supplies? Oh, it's done. Damn. Guess I should have looked before I said anything. Okay, so we are out of hay. That's our next thing here on our flat. We're going to change our flax to grass for building. And I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with, because I wasn't thinking. So we need grass. So we're going to collect all the grass. Boom. Come on, I need more grass than 9. Need more grass than 9. There we go. Okay. One of the features that it allows us to do is, if you remember rightly, I had them collect like 500 wood. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to end all the resources over here and get rid of them. Let's end all these. We're not going to gather these anymore. Stop gathering. Stop the gathering. Okay, so now we want grass. So we're going to gather grass. Let's get all this grass. 75 grass. That'll be good until summer comes. That'll allow us to build a little bit more and do a few more things. So there we go. So our teenager decided to grow up. She finally, that was Ephraim. Yep, she decided to work. Good job. Way to grow up there, sport. Okay. Oh man, another baby making session going on. We have another baby. Okay. That's good. They're having a good life. So these are fully upgraded. This one's upgraded now. Looking good. It's upgraded. But you'll notice that we need to put in some more road. Okay. There we go. Life is beautiful. Life is good. Okay. Alright, so we've got some, kind of gives us a good little idea of some of the basics of this game. Like I said earlier, it's actually a pretty decent game. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So, one thing that I would like to do before we go ahead and call it today is we're going to, let's go ahead and build a chicken coop. So we want to put a road in here. So I'm just going to follow this down. This is where the road is going to be. I'm going to come one over, and I'm going to start to build this chicken coop. After it finishes. So let's try this again. Our road will go here. So we're going to come down here. And we're going to just line it up there, and we're going to build this chicken coop. I don't know, I think, does that look pretty good? Let's rotate it. And that way it makes sense. Let's do right there. Oh man. So there we have it. So you see that because the ground sloped down into the water's edge, they have to terraform it to make it decent. So they're building it up nice for us. Looks good, but we're gonna finish this off because we want this to be right. So we're gonna put a road all the way down. And let's wrap it. Let's wrap this road and connect it down with this one. There we go. Nice. And let's wrap this building here. Yeah, I'm okay. Well, let's do that. There we go. Yeah, I like it. That'll be good. That will be good. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to call this. An episode, and we will continue building on this this village here soon. I think it's a good start to village. and we'll soon have it taken care of. Appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like this video and hit subscribe. We need to get some subscribers here.